Have you ever struggled to grasp a difficult concept? Maybe you've spent hours staring at your notes, feeling like the information just isn't sinking in. Did you ever feel like your brain just couldn't handle another equation? Like no matter how hard you tried, the numbers and formulas just wouldn't make sense? Don't worry, you're not alone. Many students face these challenges, and it's completely normal to feel overwhelmed at times. In her amazing book, A Mind for Numbers, Barbara Oakley shares incredible secrets about how our brains work and how we can all become better learners. She dives deep into the science of learning, offering insights that can transform your approach to studying. It doesn't matter if you're studying math, science, history, or even learning a new language, this book has the tools to help you succeed. Oakley provides practical advice that can be applied to any subject, making it easier to understand and retain information. This book is especially important for young people like you. At this stage in your life, you're constantly absorbing new information and developing new skills. You're at a time in your lives where you're learning new things constantly, whether it's in the classroom, through extracurricular activities, or just everyday experiences. Your brain is always working to process and understand new information. A Mind for Numbers gives you practical strategies to make learning easier and more enjoyable. From memory techniques to problem-solving methods, Oakley equips you with the tools you need to excel. Learning is like building a house. Each piece of knowledge is a brick, and with the right approach, you can construct a solid and lasting structure. You need the right tools and techniques to create something strong and lasting. Just as a builder relies on their tools, you can rely on the strategies in Oakley's book to enhance your learning. Oakley's book provides you with those tools, empowering you to build a strong foundation for future learning. With these strategies, you can approach any subject with confidence and clarity. She shows you that anyone can learn complex subjects and that anyone can unlock their hidden potential. With determination and the right techniques, you can achieve academic success and beyond. One of the most fascinating ideas in A Mind for Numbers is the concept of two thinking modes, focused and diffuse. These modes are like two sides of the same coin, each playing a crucial role in how we process information and solve problems. Think about it like this. Have you ever been stuck on a problem feeling like you're hitting a wall no matter how hard you try to concentrate, only to have the solution pop into your head later while you were doing something completely unrelated, like taking a walk, listening to music, or even taking a shower? This sudden clarity is no coincidence. That's your brain switching between modes. When you're focused, you're concentrating on a specific task with intense effort. It's like shining a spotlight on one area, illuminating every detail. But sometimes you need to step back and let your mind wander freely. This is the diffuse mode, where your brain makes connections and solves problems in the background, often without you even realizing it. Think of it like playing pinball. In focused mode, the ball bounces around on a single table, hitting specific targets. In diffuse mode, the ball jumps to a different table with new obstacles and possibilities, exploring a wider range of options. Both modes are crucial for learning. You need focused attention to grasp new information, to drill down into the details and understand the core concepts. And you need diffuse thinking to solidify those ideas, to see the bigger picture, and to make connections that weren't obvious before. Embracing both modes can enhance your problem-solving skills and boost your creativity. Before we continue, if you're enjoying the content, hit like and subscribe for more insightful summaries. Now, let's talk about chunking. This technique is a powerful tool for learning and memory. Imagine trying to remember a long string of random numbers. It can feel overwhelming and nearly impossible, right? Our brains aren't designed to handle such disorganized information. But what if you could group those numbers into meaningful chunks, like phone numbers or dates? This method simplifies the process. Suddenly, the task becomes much more manageable. You can see the relief and clarity it brings. That's the power of chunking. Our brains are wired to remember information in chunks, not isolated bits. Our memory systems thrive on this method. It's how we naturally process and store information. When you learn something new, try to break it down into smaller, more digestible pieces. This approach can be applied to any subject. For example, if you're memorizing a speech, don't try to learn the whole thing at once. Instead, break it down into paragraphs or key points. This makes the information easier to handle and remember. Focus on understanding and mastering each chunk before moving on to the next. This ensures a deeper understanding. Chunking helps your brain organize information in a way that makes sense. It's like creating a mental filing system, or like creating mental folders for different concepts. Each folder holds related information, making retrieval easier. The more you practice chunking, the better you'll become at quickly processing and recalling information. It's a skill that improves with use. Think of it like building with Legos. Each chunk is a brick, and you can use them to build complex structures of knowledge. Over time, these structures become more intricate and robust. Okay, so you've learned something new and chunked it effectively. But how do you make sure that information stays with you for the long haul? The answer is spaced repetition. Think about a time when you crammed for a test. You might have aced the test the next day, but how much of that information do you remember now? Probably not much. That's because cramming only leads to short-term retention. Spaced repetition, on the other hand, is like building a muscle. You need to exercise it regularly to make it stronger. How does it work? Simple. Review the material shortly after learning it, then again a bit later, and then again even later. Each time you revisit the information, you strengthen the neural connections in your brain, making it stickier and easier to recall in the future. We reach the end, but before you leave, join our community of passionate readers, where your love for knowledge and great stories truly matters.